never figure out how I was supposed to pass those damn tests either.
I did fine in the interview, and he gave me the key to the exit. The problem is, I can't open the door. It doesn't work.
Sometimes things just aren't obvious around here. I gotta tell you, Kate Walker, Leon, who was a lot sneakier than me. A few years ago, he got through the interview okay, and also actually got that damn key from the doctor.
Yeah, but I never got the damn door open.
Hi, Verm.
Same as you.
How are you?
There's something really wrong with this place. That weird interview we have to go through doesn't surprise you? And all of that just to get a key that doesn't open anything?
Dr. Olga told us lots of times, Kate Walker. In this place, talking bad about the protocol is proof you're really sick.
Yeah, Dr. Olga knows what she's doing, and you can really trust her. When we're better, our minds will be able to understand how the key works, you see?
Mostly, okay. Okay. What you studying? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm just a bit tired as well, but I didn't sleep very well last night. I wonder...
My new treatment is making me fall asleep on my feet.
Right, I want to show them this booklet. Can I... Okay. So what you're going to be studying at university? You can't use any of these here then. Yeah, that's just observing. Yeah, I can't remember. What you probably told me back then. It's a bummer, isn't it? 1% short. It's I mean, even though they set these limits, you would think there would be a little bit of leeway.
Be reasonable, please, Miss Walker. I'm sure that with our treatment, in a few months you'll regain all of your faculties, and you'll be able to leave the clinic perfectly cured.
Okay. I was never any good at exams. I never went to university. I just I did go to college for a little bit, but I never did very well there either.
So you're finally awake. Has Dr. Olga been informed?
Yes, we've already talked to you about that. We can't show anybody anything from here. I wonder if we go back to that cage. There must be something here. I'm probably just doing something wrong because the interface is not great. Yeah, look, I can use the knife.
It doesn't work. Let's try something else. Nothing.
I wonder if
Not a chance.
that's their key. That's round his neck. Oh, the computer studies degree. Okay. Right. Yeah. Sounds like a good system. I don't know anything about our system over here. Nobody on my descendants or past family ever went to university, so I have no knowledge of how it works. I have friends that have been to university, but
That's not right.
then my ex-wife had been to university. How are we going to get in here?
Automaton birds?
We weren't very well off really, so I never even thought about going to university. So, plus I would have never passed the tests, the exams. I was always good at doing course work and that, but just never good at the actual exams. It didn't stop me getting a job programming computers, so. Although it does these days. They all want a university degree
Fall asleep on my feet.
for any jobs I go for, so I never get them. What can we do here? There's nothing we can hand over. I wanted to show him this thing. But that doesn't work either.
I'm happy. Dr. Mongoling asked me to look after the maintenance of the garden aviary.
Yeah, well I want you to let us into there.
You'll find Dr. Mangoling's office over there, behind the big mirror.
How are you doing, Kate? Kate Walker.
I really hope Madame Olga comes by on her inspection.
Yeah, but, I mean it is different now. They all want somebody that's got a university degree over here.
My new treatment is making me fall asleep on my feet.
So I've been trying to get a different job for several years now, because I don't like my current job. I quite often get an interview, but I never actually get offered the job. Yeah. There's nothing else to do in here. I thought maybe there might have been something else in his desk. I hope you haven't to go through this inventory at every place to see if it's gonna work. When we've got a minimum wage level now over here, so any job you get, you'll know it's a minimum wage. I'm just gonna have to see if I can actually use anything here. And I can't use the knife. Oh, he's started. I can talk to him now, can I?
Get your bearings. I understood that you'd be staying with us for a little while yet.
Yeah, the graphics are nicer than the previous two, but
If it
the
hasn't already been done, go tell Dr. Mangling that you are finally awake.
interface isn't very good. It's very cumbersome to walk about and use the items. I can't open this up somehow.
All that I have left of dear Oscar. All
Okay.
that I have left of dear Oscar.
My partner's just barely over the minimum wage with her current job. I get about twice the minimum wage, but I'm just in my current job for the money. It's not an enjoyable job. Yeah, well, this is like a hospital or a lunatic asylum almost. So he's maybe been operated on.
It burns. It still burns, even after all these years.
We're trying to get out of here, and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing.
Someone should have a word with the maintenance department.
Yeah, you probably did. It's a bit backward run hospital.
Be reasonable, please, Miss Walker. I'm sure that with our treatment, in a few months you'll regain all of your faculties, and you'll be able to leave the clinic perfectly cured.
Yeah, well, I'd like to leave it now. Right, it doesn't look as though I can use any of these here. I wonder if we showed... Did we try showing the heart to those guys? Because they would be interested in that, wouldn't they? There's nothing else here. It's just these guys. Have I played Franbo?
My new treatment is making me fall asleep on my feet.
See, I'm not able to use any of this. I thought I would have been able to show him the heart. Or the paper, because I reckon that's where they were from. I think it's on my list to play. Let me check. I've got a full list of all my adventure games. It's on my list. I haven't played it. I think my partner played it, so I will be doing it. I just wanted to play this because the new Syberia game is coming out on the 10th of December. And I've asked the publisher for a key, but... So I wanted to finish off the first three. O is meant to bring up objectives, but it's not doing anything.
I'm happy. Dr. Mongo Ling asked me to look after the maintenance of the garden aviary.
See, I always think that should... There's automatons in there, so... That should be a thing to kickstart them off. But it's not doing it. I can maybe do that. Object inventory. Display the current objective. That's not doing anything. Oh, that takes you into there, right? Right middle mouse button.
You'll find Dr. Mangaling's office over there, behind the big mirror.
Maybe it's the other shift key. No? That's not doing anything. The years pass so quick, don't they, with games. I look back at some games on my list here, and no, the games I haven't finished. And like, I see a game, oh, I haven't played that for like 5 years. I need to get back to playing that. That shift makes the dots disappear and then they come back again. Like. Either shift. And that's his office, there's nothing in there. Yeah, I'm very confused now. And I can't show him anything. Come back. Come back. I want to show you this brochure. No. And you've run off, so I can't show you it now. Come here. Let's get way ahead of him. I can't show him that. Can't show him the key. I'm very stuck here. I mean, I think I need to get them. To let me into the cage.
Well, what do you know? Damn key doesn't work.
Yeah, we know it doesn't work. Here's the birds. We also need a key, which is the key round his neck, isn't it? Is that a door there, or is that a window? Yeah, it's there's a lot of automatons in this series because it was an automaton factory in the first game. Oh, I didn't get over here before, did I? Can I pan round? I haven't been in this area. It'll be like in when we were in Barcelona a few years ago, there was masses of parrot type birds there. All chirping away. Right, there's nothing here. I thought maybe I was in a new area I could do something. But it doesn't look like it. See, he's got a key around his neck. I want the key. Yeah, we don't have any up here unless they're kept as pets. There's a parrot called Charlie at my partner's workplace that's been there for years.
My new treatment is making me fall asleep on my feet.
Yeah, well, why don't you go to sleep so I can get your key? He's got a key around his neck. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with the key. Can't do anything with the brochure. Right, I need to pan around. Why is there a squid picture there? Yeah. Oops. Did I toggle out the game? I did. Right, I must be missing something very obvious that's not showing up. Because I'm getting fed up now walking around the same place. I just keep thinking there's something with this pawn. Ugh. Can I get up closer to here? Can I turn this tap? No. Because one of the taps isn't on. That's my door. Let's watch this video clip again. She's going to walk around there and I'm not going to be able to see it now. Right, stop there, Kate Walker. The camera keeps moving.
Wow.
See, that tap's not running. Are they, the macaws, are they the big sort of red parts? Right, that's that tap opposite, next to the fallen table. Just this one. Which I can't get to. It would be there. That's it there, but I can't get to it. Yeah, you can't actually see that one. Okay. I'm trying to think. I think Charlie is a red one. He's pretty old now, so he's been there for a long time. And he talks away to you. Alright, let's go back to our room. There must be something hiding there. We'll try and wake up our friend again. No, Charlie, he stays at the garden centre that my partner works at.
How are you, Kate Walker? Is your departure from the clinic imminent?
No, it's not.
I'm afraid not.
You seem upset. What's wrong?
I have to use a kind of key to open a door and finally get out of this place. It's a kind of a test, you know? A test that I passed, but the key didn't work. And when I compared it with an original, I saw it had been sabotaged. I'm getting the impression they're trying to keep us here by any means, Kirk. Whether we want to stay or not.
That's a serious accusation. Are you sure?
Oh, I quite believe you. I'm actually looking it up to see if there's a picture of it.
Don't you have anything to say?
Yes, I have something to say. You just be patient. Charlie the part, yeah.
What's wrong, Kate Walker?
It's unknown if it's still alive. It was last reported in 2014 at 115 years old.
Well, nothing to say? Don't you have anything to say?
You're already awake.
The proof is building up. First there's that key which doesn't work, and that bed you're trapped in, and your missing prosthesis.
It's true that I've been very weak since I began Madame Olga's treatment. But she says that it's normal. She calls it temporary secondary effects.
We really need to get out of here, Kirk.
Unfortunately, I cannot undertake the long migration of the ostriches without the mechanical leg, Kate Walker. But you, on the other hand, you can leave.
But how?
Show me the model of the key you told me about. Show me the model of the key instead, please.
Oh, okay. That's on here.
That's what I thought. With this, my tribe smith should be able to repair your key. If, of course, you find a way to get it to him.
I doubt they have a postal service here.
Go onto the balcony. Our shaman's messenger is never very far. I use it to communicate with my people. You can give it the key. It'll take it to my tribe smith.
Got it. Thank you so much, Kirk.
So I just had to come back and talk to him. He wouldn't talk to me last time. Yeah, it's hard to... I mean, it's on the wiki about Charlie, it says the current owner claims it's the part, so we don't know for sure. It says the claim is solidly rejected by the administrators of the Chartwell property, Churchill's former country home, who note only that he kept a grey part elsewhere. And Churchill's daughter has denied her father ever owned a macaw. She added he did own a grey parrot named Polly, but sold the bird before becoming Prime Minister. Yeah, it's sort of I think it's maybe Soviet area, because initially you were sort of Eastern Europe, and then you went through a bit of Russia maybe, and then up to they called it Syberia with a Y, an island. So I think you're still sort of back in sort of Soviet type area. All the voices, of course, are American as well. So, or some British ones, I guess. Let's go out onto this balcony. Out onto the balcony, Kate Walker. Right, there's the owl.
Hey you! Birdie! I've got something for you!
Because we did see it at the start. So what moved? Do I need to just give it the key? Do I give it that? Why can't I give it? Do I show it the heart? Oh, I put it there.
Not a chance.
Not a chance? Why?
Impossible.
I thought he said to leave the
That's
key.
not right.
So do I back off? And do I put the key there? No. I think the bird belongs to the shaman. Because I think we saw him at the start on the video. Why is everything so hard to do? I don't like the interface. Where's that? That to me means we need to leave something there, because it's only appearing when we go into the inventory.
Nothing. It doesn't work. Let's try something else. No way. Not a chance.
Do I need to combine that with that? No.
No doubt about it. My key's been deliberately damaged. I need to find a perfect copy if I want to be able to repair it.
Yeah, I'm going to get some coffee, I think, as well.
No doubt about it. My key's been deliberately damaged. I need to find a perfect copy if I want to be able to repair it.
Can't open the booklet up again either. I thought you would have been able to.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Let's try something else.
Well, it's meant to be the
Nothing.
key.
That's not right.
No, nothing's right.
Hey you! Birdie! Birdie! I've got something for you! Kirk's tribe's camp, I guess. This must be Valsambor, the town Kirk told me about.
Okay, I'm going to go get some coffee and a bio brick. I shall be right back. Headphones. Right, we're not managing to get this bird. Thank you. Let's go talk back to, what's the guy's name? Raven? The guy in the bed. See if he can help us any. Because it's his, he knows more about the bird than we do. No, don't go back out.
About that bird, Kirk. I must be doing something wrong. It won't come to me when I call it.
It's true that the old owl is a bit of a lunatic. Have you tried to get it to land on the balcony?
No, but I don't see what I can use for that.
Look around the yard, Kate Walker. You may find something that might interest the board.
Why not? I'll give it a shot. Thank you for your help, Kirk.
Walk around the yard, did he say? What did he say?
The messenger is out on the balcony, Kate Walker.
Yeah. So my headphone keeps cutting out. There wasn't anything else out there. Yeah, I've got to get something for him to eat. I keep wanting to take this bar out. Right. What can we get for him to eat? We've got windy up birds in there. See, I'm trying to get into there.
The
And
light, the wind,
yeah.
the heat. I can still feel it all. I dream of it every night.
We still need to get the key for here. Was he wasn't there before? Oh, that's one of the guys from the table.
Yeah. Anton fell asleep in the middle of the game again.
Okay, so they've moved. So that must be for a reason. Let's go find Anton, because he's the one with the key. There he goes, look. Can we take the key? Right, well that's the key for the automaton birds. Sometimes I have to use the keys to maneuver properly. Let's see. Where's this key? There. Okay, we can take the bird. Mechanical bird. Yeah, maybe. Can I observe that?
You just turn the key to activate it.
Okay, can I turn the key to activate it?
You
Just
just
now?
turn the key to activate it.
Okay, maybe not just now then. Do you think the owl would get attracted if we put that bird down on the little perch? Let's go give that a try. Yeah, maybe it's lonely. Talk to...
The messenger is out on the balcony, Kate Walker.
Well, it's not really, it's just the perch, isn't it? Because it did look like a perch. So can I... Oh, okay, I have to click on this first, do I? See, it looks like a perch, doesn't it? It's like a bar. There it goes, look. Wait, do I have to wind it up? I probably have to wind it up. There. Here we go. Says I'm not fooling for that. It's not real. I've been fooled again. How did all that fit in that little pouch? Says you tricked me. Now we've just got to wait and see if we get the fixed key back. Oh, a bit of glitch in there on the graphics.
The owl flew away with the key, Kirk.
Let's hope it comes back.
That's good news, Kate Walker. Now we only need...
Oh. Oh.
Kirk.
A hypnotizing thing.
Dr. Olga's treatment.
Kirk. Kirk. Can you hear me? Wake up.
Come, come. No need to be alarmed, Miss Walker.
Dr. Olga. Yeah, Kate's pockets are massive.
Who are you? And what have you done to Kirk? You're the one who put him in this torture device.
Calm down, Miss Walker. I'm Dr. Olga Efimova. Your...
I don't care who you are. Bring Kirk round. Immediately.
Fainting is a secondary effect inherent in the treatment, Miss Walker. Nothing more. In medicine, despite any discomfort, protocol must be respected.
Oh, you mean that horrible mechanical bed where that poor boy is waiting for a prosthesis that never comes? That's protocol? And I suppose the same is true for the absurd interrogation I had to go through.
You seem to have developed a singular paranoia since you came out of the coma.
She does, doesn't she?
When we get the
Just
chance,
looks
I'll look
like
into it. But for now,
an
I'm
Olga.
going to ask you to please leave. I have to administer the next stage of the treatment to your young friend.
Maybe we should just do soothe.
Fine, I'm leaving. I hope all this is going to help him.
Well then, I can't imagine why you might think the opposite, Miss Walker.
I really need to get a new set of speakers.
How is he?
Your young friend is reacting to the treatment very well. Everything is fine. He's resting.
Well, goodbye, Doctor.
I'll
Uh-oh.
come by and see you very soon, Miss Walker. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Sounded like a robot. An android. Yeah, best to play it safe. Right. Can we just go back in and see if we've got the key back? We probably can't do anything with
What
her.
on earth could that quack have injected him with?
Yeah, exactly. A weird baldy spot. It's back. Repaired key to the exit. Can we talk to the birdie? No. Right, let's try and get out.
Kate Walker.
Kirk! How do you feel?
Not very well, I'm afraid.
How can I help?
This situation can't go on, Kirk. So what can I do to help you get out?
The best thing, Kate Walker, is for you to go alone. And if you really want to help me, once you are outside, go to Valsambor and try to recover my prosthesis from the craftsman. If you bring it back to me, Dr. Zamiatin will put it on, and I will be able to go back to my tribe.
Can we trust Dr. Zamiatin? I'm not so sure when I see what this clinic is like.
The man has always been a friend to the Ukols, and I'm sure he'll be able to help you leave the hospital and find the craftsman in Valsambor.
Okay. I promise to come back as soon as I can with your prosthesis, Kirk. Until then, hang in there.
Thank you, Kate Walker. And may the spirits be with you.
Yeah, we'll have to be careful. Where is she? Right, let's get to the elevator door. Quick. Oh, wrong one. Wrong key. That one. There we go. Can we go in? Well, it only took almost 2 hours to get out of that one area. Right, what have we got over here? Valsenbar. I don't read Russian. Something about Mongolin. Right. Where's my translator? See what this says. Something about stable. Special management, that's the bottom one. Not sure about the Copte one, it's not picking anything up there. I'm going to change the language. I reckon it's Russian. Floor. Oh. Sick floor. The bottom one says sick floor. Sick floor in Mongolin. So that's sick floor. Can I look about here? I can. We can exit. We're probably not going to be able to get out, are we? Who's in here?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do we need to talk to him first?
I'm looking for Dr. Zamiatine.
He's in his office. You'll find it in the small corridor back there. The first door on your left.
I would like to leave this clinic. Would you mind telling me where the exit is, please?
I didn't press that.
Well, usually I'd have told you to go over to the other side of the courtyard to take the funicular that goes down to Valsenborg. But it seems Dr. Efimova has shut off the entire clinic for security reasons.
Oh no.
The funicular has been stopped until further orders.
I see. Thank you for all that information. I'll be going now.
Maybe you should head on back to your room and wait until they say the funicular is fixed and back
No.
in service.
I'll think about it. Goodbye.
So we can't get out that way. See what you've got to say.
If it's for a regular checkup, the doctor's offices are behind the reception area.
Let's go see if we can talk to this doctor guy. What have you got to say?
At this time of day, Dr. Zamiantine should be available.
Yeah, let's go try and find him. That's a different name. That's Dr.
Dr. Olga? Nobody. Maybe not such a bad thing.
So how do we get... Can we go down this corridor? Whoa, no. Ah. She said which door, but I can't remember. Ah, this'll be it.
Ah, hello, Miss Walker. How very delightful to see you up and about. Even if I really have to admit that I'm a bit surprised. Our dear Dr. Olga painted a far darker picture of your current state of health.
Do the plan.
Come on, don't be so...
Dr. Efimova and Dr. Mangling want everyone to believe that I'm crazy so they can justify keeping me here against my will.
Olga did indeed speak to me about your unfortunate penchant for paranoia. Be careful not to let such perilous perturbations flourish in your mind, Miss Walker. They may be the source of many of your difficulties. For you, and for those around you.
Sadly, I assure you that my accusations are well-founded, Dr. Zamiatine. I'm of perfectly sound mind.
Listen to me, Miss Walker. I know that waking up after a prolonged period in a coma is difficult. In such a context, anxiety attacks are very normal. But please, do not project it onto Dr. Olga. I'm not getting any younger, you know, and running this clinic is a very heavy burden. The last few years, Olga has shown she is capable of assisting me. I have every faith in her.
But
The subject is closed, Miss Walker. Please tell me about that pendant you have around your neck. I must admit I noticed it as soon as you walked in.
Well, maybe talk about Oscar.
It belonged to Oscar, a friend who passed away.
I understand, Miss Walker. I myself have borne the weight of grief for decades now. Wearing a token from someone dear to you is a natural thing.
Dr. Zamiatine, I promised Kirk I'd go to the craftsman in Valsambor and bring back his mechanical prosthesis. The poor boy has been waiting for it for ages, so I'd like to try to speed up the process. Would you tell me how to get there?
Now there's a truly noble initiative, Miss Walker. I asked my clockmaker friend Simon Steiner to manufacture the young Yukal's mechanical prosthetic leg. He's a capable craftsman and ingenious. You'll find him in his workshop, near the Valsambor port. I imagine he must almost be finished with his work by now. He makes amazing things.
But how are we going to get there?
Can you authorize my release so that I can see Dr. Steiner? Unfortunately, I've been told that the clinic is in lockdown.
You will have to ask Dr. Olga,
Oh, no.
Miss Walker. She signed the current order to lock our establishment down. She's in charge of giving out the passes.
But you own the clinic.
This book should answer any of the questions you may have about our Yukal's friends. Farewell and bon voyage, Miss Walker.
Into her massive pocket. I think we'll just keep asking things here.
Why did the Yukals ask you to heal Kirk?
On each of their migrations, the Yukal shamans and I have exchanged medical knowledge. Their trance therapy and materia medica have provided astounding results for my patients affected by psychological afflictions. In exchange, I do what I can to take care of those injured that they can't heal using their traditional medicine. Like, that poor boy who lost his leg.
Migrations?
How many ostrich migrations have you seen?
This is the third one. I'm lucky to have seen so many of them. It's a rare spectacle. Believe me, the great herd of ostriches accompanied by the Yukals, doomed to blindly follow their animals wherever they happen to roam. And they don't care about countries, wars, and borders.
You seem to like the Yukals, Dr. Zamiatine.
They are a fascinating people, you know, and such astonishing medicine infused with shamanism. Without which, no doubt, you would have never arrived in this clinic alive, Miss Walker.
Racism.
I get the impression that the Yukals aren't much liked around here.
Indeed. It would seem that most of the inhabitants of Valsambor are now quite hostile towards them. This wasn't the case a while back, you know. When I was young, the migration of the snow ostriches was an event widely welcomed with open arms in Valsambor.
Why the change in attitude?
Our region was actually somewhat devastated 20 years ago. Dramatic events changed the way people viewed the world. The people turned inward on themselves. They are less welcoming. And the fact that the Yukals have been stuck here, next to Lake Valsambor for several weeks, hasn't helped.
It's really necessary for me to ask Olga's permission to leave? You're the director of this clinic, after all.
Olga is my right-hand woman. I can't keep her uninvolved in current matters, Miss Walker. She is also currently your doctor. You should really talk with her about it. She isn't as evil as you seem to
Oh,
believe.
she is.
You'll find her in her office, most probably.
Yeah, snow ostriches. That's how we came here. They're not little birds. They're really massive, and they've got the little Yukals, like traveling huts on their back. I don't know if we're going to get to see them again. Let me see if I can find a picture. Without killing my PC. That was them there. There's the U-call. In the first two Syberia games, you were sort of hunting for where the mammoths came from, and they were. You eventually did find them. Right, I guess we're not going to be talking to him anymore.
You will find Dr. Olga hard at work in her office, Miss Walker.
Right, let's go try and find her office. Is there anything else we can get from here? No. This is Dr. Olga's room. I wonder what they've got to say.
Why not have a seat for a bit in the waiting room? It's just near the offices, right behind reception.
No, don't want to.
The American is awake. You must hurry, Colonel.
How is she doing?
Fine, apparently. She is docile for the moment. This may not last too much longer, I'm afraid.
And what about the tribe of nomads?
Just like the past few years, Lake Valsambor hasn't frozen over, so the herd can't cross the ice. They're stuck here. And also, their young guide is still in our control. If everything goes as planned, soon the Yukuls will have no choice but to go back home. Especially as I have a plan to speed things up.
Fine.
There's also the American detective, Colonel. He should be arriving soon.
Let him meet with Miss Walker if that's what he wants to do. No point alarming him just yet. But when all is said and done, we're the ones who are handling the young woman's case. No American is going to come here and tell us what to do.
That's a really old computer. Yeah.
What? Where did she go?
Out the door. Can we look at this terminal? The intranet. So this is from Colonel somebody.